Not all movement is medicine. If you have a herniated, bulging disc, ruptured disc, degenerative disc, and your PT, doctor, best friend, mom, whoever has said, movement is medicine. If you move more, your body will feel better. And you got addicted to movement. Now you are doing all the movements all the day because if you don't stop moving, your back hurts. Movement is not medicine. What you've been doing is preoccupying your brain and your body, giving you the illusion of relief, but just masking your pain. And if that sounds like you, you're like, that sounds like what I do. I exercise, I work out, I stretch, I do yoga, I get massage therapy, I do chiropractic care, and my back pain always comes back despite what I'm doing. This video is for you. Now, if you're new here, my name is William and I teach chronic back pain sufferers just like you how to overcome years of chronic pain without injections, without surgery or medication or random stretches or even core training, believe it or not. Yes, I teach you how to use movement, how to use exercise, and how to understand your body from a pain perspective to lower the threat that you are dealing with, the chronic loops of pain, the ups and downs, and the unpredictable pain that you're dealing with right now. I teach you how to do it naturally, how to do it with tools that you already have. So if that's you, you come to the right place. So let's talk movement is medicine one-on-one, okay? So you've been told that you should move more, and if you move more, your body's gonna feel better. But the problem is you're not respecting the level or the variations or the movement choices in relation to your pain system. When I have a one-on-one conversation with somebody about working with them as an individual, I build what's called their personal pain profile. This pain profile, what allows me to understand the nuances of your specific situation, right? And the point I'm trying to make here is that you are an individual, and movement, although it is medicine in a lot of situations, odds are you're applying it in the wrong way or at the wrong time. Think of pain relief when it comes to movement as a line, right? Some people, because they know a friend, they have a fast pass wristband, they can cut the line, right? They can get to different places of the line. Then there's other people who have to go to the back of the line, right? They gotta go all the way back and they have to wait their turn. And they hate it, but they have to do that. Pain is very much a similar situation. What tends to happen is we think that we're strong, we're athletic, we've been working out for a long time, we're not overweight, we make healthy decisions throughout our day, so we should be able to do more, right? We feel we can do more. Mentally, we're tough enough to do more movement, but our pain system says, no, you need to get to the back of the line. And it's a very hard pill to swallow, so we jump in line because we know people, we're more athletic, whatever the situation might be, and we are going too much ahead. What I always suggest people do when it comes to the pain system that you're dealing with is you have to respect the fact that mental toughness and where you used to be has nothing to do with where you're at now in overcoming years of chronic pain. I wanted to pause and interrupt the video really quick and give you a free resource. There's a lot of topics that we talk about in this video and it goes layers deep, right? And obviously this is a short video. I don't have time to explain everything for your unique situation, but I want to show you some principles that you can take home with you and say, man, now I understand how to apply this to my life, whether it be core training or lowering my pain system's threat or understanding movement from a medicine perspective, right? I want to give you a free workshop. It's called my Hybrid Relief Workshop, and I teach you the principles of how to overcome pain that the medical model, your surgeon, your PT, your chiro would get fired if they taught you, because A, they don't know what it is, but B, they wouldn't be able to charge you for what they're charging you for. Trust me, it's gonna change your life. It's a free workshop, it's yours, check it out. fitnessraccoon.com/relief workshop. I'm gonna break down the 3 most important things that you need to be focusing on. fitnessraccoon.com/relief workshop. Go grab it, it's yours free, my gift to you. Let's jump back in. Now let's assume that you have control over your pain system, you're lowering the threat inside of your body, your symptoms are under control, you're back to brushing your teeth, you're back to washing dishes and maybe cooking without having spasms or catching or pain in your low back or sciatica down your legs, but there are still things that trigger your pain. Maybe sitting for long periods of time or standing for long periods of time or bending too many times, right? These aren't things that you should just avoid for the rest of your life. No, now we use movement, but movement needs to be applied correctly and appropriately to where you are at in your healing process. So let's take the exercise like hip hinging. We should all be able to bend over. Our spines are strong enough, despite our history, to be able to manage and handle bending over without chronic pain. But to get the ability back to hinge, let's say you're trying to deadlift, or lunge or do anything that has involved your body hinging, you don't just go do more hinges, right? You have to find the level of movement or that specific movement that is appropriate for your unique pain profile at the place that it is. And we do this by a series of different things, right? We might be able to test certain movements out. We might be able to take principles around movement and where you are from a pain pattern perspective. I know this is kind of like, well, what are you talking about? This is what we do. This is how we break down the process of getting out of pain and picking the right exercises. If you're in the gym and you're doing a workout and some exercises work, but some exercises hurt and some feel great, and maybe you leave the gym feeling good, but your pain always picks up 24, 48 hours later, there's a reason for that. But you don't know what the reason is because you're doing so many movements that you're able to do mentally and maybe physically from a strength perspective, but from a pain system perspective, you're not ready to do that. So what you have to understand is when you are now applying movement, exercise, you have to focus still on the movements, the things that you do on a daily basis first. Prioritize those things, because if you have pain doing bent over rows or pain with squatting, there's no exercise that's like the squat that will get you back to being able to squat, because you have a deeper problem than a painful squat. You have a pain system problem. So when it comes to going from establishing a better, healthy, healing environment for your pain system, we don't just jump right back into squatting or right back into deadlifting because we feel better. We introduce similar things that have the same variables that may be happening. Maybe you're having to hinge. You're having to understand what a core brace is, or deep core activation, or hip mobility, or whatever you might be doing, but introduces it in a way that is good for your unique pain profile, which is why it's very hard to go to a PT clinic with a diagnosis and say, my back hurts, and they print off a little sheet. You work with a tech for 15 minutes and you do dead bugs and the McGill Big Threes and you get zero results, right? Or it worked for a little bit and then it stopped working. There's a reason for that, right? You have to understand there's a gap that you have to bridge from lowering the threat in your pain system to then introducing a smarter approach to movement, where movement becomes medicine. I think, and I'll finish with this, this is where a lot of people get very confused or they get lost because they find these exercises online for herniated discs or bulging discs, and they're movement based, right? They're core training, they're lunges or stretches or whatever it might be, but they're very general, blanket, non-context driven pieces of advice. So what happens is you apply this to your body, your back, and you're like frustrated because you're like, why aren't these core exercises working? Why is the internet flooded with videos on how to do the McGill Big Three, but the McGill Big Three don't work for me? Nothing against Stuart McGill. He's an awesome guy, leader in the back pain space. Total respect for Stuart McGill and what he's done and the lives that he has changed. But isolating the McGill Big Three videos, you get frustrated because they don't work for you and you think that you're doomed or you're broken or you're fragile. But really it's just we're applying movement in a way that we think that all general movement is good for all back pain, but it's not. You've got to understand the process and the steps, and you either have to do this by yourself, you have to do the testing, do the experimentation, treat yourself like a science experiment, unfortunately, because you don't know what's gonna help and what's not gonna help. You don't know what tests to do, you don't know what's a good starting point, you don't know what good pain or bad pain is, you don't know these things when you're by yourself. So, which is why you keep falling on your face. And if you keep falling on your face, it's not because you're dumb or you don't know what you're doing. I guess you don't know what you're doing, but it's not because you're unable to heal. You're just like me. For 6+ years when I was in chronic back pain, I was a fitness guy. I should have known how movement and exercise worked, but I was applying movement in the wrong way. I didn't understand the process of focusing and prioritizing, lowering the threat in my pain system, introducing movement back in, but focusing on my lifestyle movements rather than my gym movements. And then when I got to the gym movements, understanding which level variation, where at in that line I fit in best to continue to heal and get results and transform my life and get out of chronic pain as fast as humanly possible. You can do this stuff. right? I know this sounds crazy and it sounds like, well, it makes it look easy. I know it's not easy. Trust me, it's not easy. It's why I was in pain for years and years and years and years and years, because I was doing it by myself. But this is the process that I take people through inside of my Strength and Pain Relief Accelerator program. It's called my Hybrid Relief Method. And if you're looking to transform the way you use your body, look at pain, and believe the fact that you can actually heal, and you're tired of injections, you're tired of PT, you're tired of chiropractors, massage therapy, crystal healers, Reiki masters, all the people that you keep working with, hoping that now this is gonna be different because he's a specialist. And I drove an hour and a half to get his office because he was referred to me by my best friend. I was there, trust, I said because I was there, right? I remember I drove an hour and a half to see this sports chiro, and I was in more pain by the time I got to him because of the drive that I had to make, that he would make me in more pain as I left, because I was so jacked up trying to lay down at his table that he would just make me worse. It's a vicious cycle. You can break the cycle. If you're stuck, you need help, go to fitnessforbackpain.com/apply. We are transforming lives through the use of a better understanding around your unique pain system. You become your own self-healer. You become self-sufficient, right? You just gotta learn the process of what it takes. fitnessforbackpain.com/apply. That'll give us a chance to at least have a conversation to see if what I do and what I teach in a one-on-one setting is actually good for you and can transform your pain system the way you're looking to do it now. fitnessforbackpain.com/apply. Only apply if you are serious. Please, 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 please. Only apply if you're serious. If you're not serious, just keep watching my videos. Try, experiment, test, keep Googling, whatever you're doing. But if you're ready to get off your feet and ready to do this and get to the bottom of this now, fitnessforbackpain.com/apply. Grab a time for us to chat. Let's see if what I do can actually help you. If it can't, I will tell you, because I don't want to waste your time and I don't want to waste my time. Thanks for watching. God bless, and I'll see you on the next episode.